Well, good afternoon. Today, I was listening to a little clip about the mustard seed. And you know how we're always told if we just have the faith of the mustard seed and that we can move mountains and that God's going to show up. And in this description of the mustard seed, it finally clicked in my head when she was speaking, because I've heard this over and over again, but it finally clicked. You know, the mustard seed becomes a great big vine, and it is rooted, and the vines like go everywhere, and it's rooted really deep into the ground, and the roots sprout everywhere you go. And I thought about that in our faith and our Christian walk. Those that choose to share the gospel, those who choose to win people by the word of their testimony. And some of our testimonies are pretty brutal. Some of our testimonies of where we've come from, of heartache and trauma and pain and just really hard places. But we have surrendered our life to Christ. And when we did that, we started planting seeds, kind of like the mustard seed. And we're planting the mustard seed. And the longer that we grow in the Lord, the more that we're in His Word, the more that we're sharing His testimony, the more that we are believing the Word, that the more that we are saturating our lives into the kingdom, the more sprouts that are growing, the more stronger our foundation is. So when the enemy comes in like a flood, God comes in and He raises the standard, and in Him raising the standard, He's giving us more faith, and we're able to see that my God has never left me. My God has never forsaken me. My God has never turned His back on me. My God has always provided. So we're able to see that we have been planted in the Word, that we have been planted in His heart. So when it says that we have the faith of a mustard seed, that means we have been rooted. That means we have not given up when we felt like giving up. That means that when floods came, God took us to the other side. That means that when the oyster was empty in the beginning of its life, and the more that He has gone through the valley, gone through the hurricanes and the parasites and things like that, the more that He continues to grow and He becomes rooted. So being in the Word of God and allowing God to create a mustard seed within us, He's rooting us into the kingdom. He's rooting you in your faith.